everyone. About a year ago, February 11th to be exact, I made a goal for myself and I decided to do a sketchbook journey and see how many sketchbooks I can complete in a year and evaluate myself at the end of that time period. In that time, I have completed 6 sketchbooks, and I just wanted to share this video to encourage other people who are struggling with their sketchbook, whether that be posting it, committing to it, or even sharing a video that you've already made. I just wanted to share myself out there today. So here we go. So growing up, I had been told that, oh, you're pretty good at art. Wow. But I never was cocky about it. I didn't really think I was that great. And when I really thought about it, I didn't know how the female anatomy worked, how male anatomy worked, how much of anything worked. So I set out on this journey and dedicated myself, or I tried to, and I was pretty good at it, on drawing in my book daily, drawing multiples of things, some nice lizards, and really just trying to expand my horizons on what I liked to draw. So for me, that really meant conquering people. I was not great at people. And I started off using pencil. I think that's how most people start, but I always knew that you had to draw in pen. And that was one skill that I've heard. And throughout these books, you'll see that pen does indeed work. It trains your mind to not erase. And I have a very huge passion for deer. You'll probably see that throughout these books. But I definitely noticed that when I started using pen, I just kind of let that fear of being bad, I let that go. And I just started trying to be more bold, loose, because I would watch other people's videos, and I would, I want to be like them. I want to be that confident with my book. And eventually, I'm there. I think so. This was one thing I did in Prismacolor pencils. And I did this book when I had aiding for my art teacher in high school. So I didn't have to do anything for her class. But, I don't. And that's the most important thing. It's getting a start on your book. Mushroom deer. I kind of want to go somewhere with this one. Each book I have, I kind of noticed a checkpoint or a place where I feel that I got comfortable with the book. I think this page was one of them. I just started using pen more often. I went to Disneyland, so I got excited and I drew some people with Mickey ears. Start drawing people on Instagram, Tumblr, internet in general. Still lifes are important and they're okay to use. References are okay. You have to start somewhere. But even from the first page, you can see a little bit of an improvement, I think. This was one of those checkpoint pages. I think I did a lot better. Here we go. Oh dear. I had an afternoon school, so I had to sit and not talk to people, so I drew. In my first book, I didn't really fill up the pages. Well, that's something I got better at. This is a theme you see among a lot of artists nowadays. Jellyfish people. And I wanted to do my own twist on it. I particularly like this one. I drew my friend's dog. Not much. Kingdom Hearts fans. I hope you enjoyed that. I like video games, so I do a lot of references to that. Animals. But I started off with a very cartoony style. I was inspired by the artist Audra Auclair. I believe that's how you pronounce her name. She has a YouTube, very great at gouache. She was someone who inspired me to start being more bold with pen. So this was largely inspired by her. I tried drawing Tyler with pen, and it didn't work out so well. But I redeemed myself in book 2. Drew out a Pokemon battle. I drew Blastoise. It was a lot easier for me to sit down and look at something and just be comfortable with doing that. But then the books helped me be loose with ideas and getting stuff out without having to look at references or looking at myself in a mirror and thinking, how do I do that? This is my favorite drawing in this book. It's Dabra. So, book 2, this one got a little beat up, so I'm sorry, book. But I started this on 4/4/2015, so 2 months after I started the first one. I drew Tyler, and I always wanted him to see this, but he never did. I drew, oh, that I need to tape in here somewhere. That was a gift from my art teacher. I also drew Earl. I kind of like the way Earl turned out a little bit more. Maybe just the expression, but it's got Venusaur. It was Easter time. Don't touch my eggs. Selfish children. Some skater gators. Fluffy dog. People. If you see these tears, most of the time it means I didn't like what was there. And that's okay. I watched Castle in the Sky. Very inspired by Miyazaki. And it reminded me of the bottom, the tree. I wish I could be there. I used rubber cement for something and I just glued that in there. Still focused on drawing people. That's supposed to be me. It was 420. Happy birthday, Mary Jane. Blow out your birthday joints. I always thought he would be playing a piano or something. Not much. This was my friend Evan. I was in cooking. A little Attack on Titan. Gear over there. Adventure Time. And this was when I was still really new with using Prismacolors for the markers. So, I didn't really know how to control the blending. This was an old friend of mine. A circle. SpongeBob face technique right there. Or a compass. You choose. Nice flower. Bad page. I like this girl. I thought she was cool. Some chick with insane hair. Which I don't mind. I like the hair. I was in an aerobics PE class, and that was awful. My dear friend Annika. Drawing with pen, it gives you more of a confidence, and I feel like it's more fun to look at in a book. The boldness of those lines. I drew my friend Kawila as a monkey. Shout out to Hollow Squad, Xavier, Sailor Moon version, a personal adoption piece of mine, Ash Ketchum version, cute little Totoro piece. This was based off of the signing type of art detail they do in the movie. I liked it. A little chestnut bag. I like this piece. The princess was cool. And then this was one of those landmark pages. Drawing in pen. Like those pants. Annika. Yeah. This is me in a maid's dress. Better page. I like the whole collab of different things on a page. I tried to get better at that. On finals time, so Danny Kim stressing about finals. I liked her. I think I was watching my ex play Destiny and I got inspired by some suits. I tried to draw a car. And this book, I pretty much gave up on this book. I was not a fan of book 2. Book 3 was a special book to me and it was a huge landmark. However, I got this book for Europe, specifically to draw in Europe, and I only drew about 6 pages while I was there. And I'm kind of happy that I did that because I got to enjoy it, but I kind of wish I drew it more because the majority of it I was in the plane. I only really like that little caricature running at the bottom. It just wasn't consistent. This was probably the other one that I liked. That was about it. He looked like John Lennon. Nicknamed John. I was on the bus and I tried to draw a tree and some landscaping. More bus drawings. This is the other thing I'm proud of. When I was in Switzerland, we went to Mount Rigi and we took that cable car all the way to the top, and I ventured off by myself. I kind of really wanted to paste the real photo right here. I think that would be cool. So here, big difference. While I was on the trip, and then when I came back from the trip. Shows what pen and practice can do. We progress and we digress. I do some female anatomy. Funny thing about this page, every time someone would ask to look at my sketchbook, I would let them, depending if they were a close friend of mine or not, because I'm weird. If I looked over at them and they were stopped, just staring at a specific page, I already knew which page it was. I didn't even have to ask. I just knew. Everyone loves staring at the naked drawings. More deer. Kawila as a cartoon. I like this guy. Bird woman. Some nice ratties. And as I said, animals are definitely my strong point. Some little kitty cats and foxes. Kitty. I love the little chubby cat in the middle.